cast this guy, Miguel Torres, who was this 5 foot, then built this beautiful suit. And then you had puppeteers moving the face. Miguel could do a certain amount himself, and then the puppeteers would work alongside him to learn his movement.
Mohon perhatian. Eits, sebelum nonton, subscribe dan nyalain loncengnya. Biar makin asik. Selamat nonton.
Okay, my name is Nandra from Cinema 21 Indonesia. Being a majorly horror director, Johannes, what do you think makes a good horror movie?
There's different types. I love, like with this, I love the fact that there's horror that can be very communal. And I love that with this.
This is Ben. Hi, Ben.
Is it creates a very vocal audience participation for the movie. There's screams and shouts, and I think that can be a really great side with horror movies. They feel other people's fear.
Listen to me, we need help!
For me, it's always just play it straight and let the audience come with you, and they can find whatever they want to find in the movie, but you have to take your subject, no matter how big or crazy, you have to take it, straight, serious.
Okay, so to follow up that question, actually here in Indonesia, supernatural horror is very big. Even the top 10, most of the movie are in horror movies, but Primate is very different. Right, it's not supernatural, it's a creature feature.
Yeah.
Why do you think a creature feature is interesting other than supernatural in comparison?
You definitely have the physicality. This is a very physical movie that you wouldn't get in terms of a supernatural thing. Even though it's quite a big, unusual concept, it is grounded in the reality of our world. And I think that can get people to engage in a different way. It's really the ferocity of the movie. It definitely, with this movie, takes people a bit like, it is so ferocious that it has a different feel to something like a ghost story. I love supernatural. Is very much mystery, and it's asking, it's a really cool way to ask questions that we have questions about of spirituality and the other side. A creature feature often like this is asking questions of my hero, of get beyond the grief and battle there.
Yeah, I think even though it's unusual, what makes this interesting is that the practical effects that you use in this movie. I heard this a blend of animatronics and puppetry, right? Can you explain more about that?
Basically, we needed to really believe in the bond between the family and Ben, and to love him.
Our mom rescued him, and now he's part of our family.
Ben. Happy.
And then to feel the tragedy, and then to feel how smart he is when he turns bad.
There's something wrong with Ben.
And I felt like you had to go practical with that. And so cast this guy, Miguel Torres, who's this 5 foot Colombian guy, very wiry, but really physical, an amazing actor. Never done anything before. We did this open call for him. Then built this beautiful suit. We had 4 different heads for different emotions. And then you had puppeteers moving, the face. So Miguel could do a certain amount himself, and then the puppeteers would work alongside him, and they would communicate with it. They learn to breathe with him and to learn his movements to create the smiles and the eyebrows and the nose. And it was a beautifully old school process.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Johannes.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Asik kan videonya? Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan komen ya. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya.